All right, hey VC, how you doing? My name is Jamie, and Happy New Year! All the best to you and yours for 2019. Here we are. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve last night, whatever you were doing. And for me, just stayed in. We had another couple over, lots of food, laughs, and lots of vinyl. What was I playing last night? I was playing Santana and Traffic, so just kind of classic stuff. I'm just wondering if you were staying in, what did you play on vinyl for New Year's Eve? You can leave a comment, and I'm just curious offhand. So hopefully you had a nice, safe, and happy New Year's Eve, and gosh, here we are, 2019. So on my last video, I talked about Procol Harum box set that I showed you on the last one. This is the Procol Harum Still There'll Be More, an anthology, 1967 to 2017. This is an 8-disc set. It's 5 CDs and 3 DVDs. And as I mentioned, this didn't really get a lot of attention when we released it in 2018, but I think it's an absolutely terrific set. But on the last video, like I took it out of the box, so you can see it on the last video, but I didn't show you the track listing, and I do apologize for that. But certainly if you're a fan of Procol Harum, this gives you a really nice overview of their music. Absolutely terrific band, great proggy band, wonderful classical elements. Just absolutely terrific. And then on the 3 DVDs gives you lots of performances. And right up through to 2017, the band sort of back together and still going. And I really enjoyed a lot of their recent stuff too. So this is a really nice overview. So you can see the inside on the last video. So I'll leave that for you there. Okay, very excited. I got this in the mail yesterday, honest to goodness, for December 31st. And so we're going to take a look at it today. I'm very excited. One of my favorite bands of all time. This is the new King Crimson box set, and this is 1969 to 1972. And I don't think you'll be able to see it very well. It's almost like David Bowie's Black Star. You can hardly see the lettering. You might be able to see it maybe a little bit better here. And so this is a vinyl box set of their early albums. So I have taken it off out of the shrink, and I've noticed that a number of the albums were in the shrink, so I've taken those off too, just to not waste your time fussing with the shrink wrap. But let's take a look inside. So it did have this on the back, the sort of back insert there. So there we go. This was initially on the back there. And so this is, yes, King Crimson 1969 to 1972, for the first time on vinyl, the 40th anniversary editions of King Crimson studio albums, mixed and produced by Steven Wilson, again Steven Wilson, and Robert Fripp, plus a 2 LP selection of alternative takes and mixes and tracks from the same period, including a complete alternative version of In the Court of the Crimson King, mixed and produced by Steven Wilson, all new to vinyl. LPs newly cut from the masters, pressed on 200-gram super heavyweight vinyl. Package also includes a replica of the original King Crimson history booklet as it appears in the original 1975 Young Person's Guide vinyl. Okay, so there you have it. And here is what's inside. Of course, King Crimson, fantastic band. Still going, still releasing lots of new material, especially lots of live stuff. But this is where it all began, certainly with In the Court of the Crimson King. And such a hugely influential progressive rock album. That album, huge influence on the band Genesis. Then you have In the Wake of Poseidon, Lizard, Islands. And then, yeah, looking forward to checking this out. This An Alternative Guide to King Crimson, 1969-1972. So this is all on vinyl. All right, so let's take a look inside. So it's quite nice. As I mentioned, it's a nice slip case. So you have the outer box like this, and then it just slips out like that. And then all the LPs are housed like that. Okay, so let's take a look inside and see what we got. First off, we've got the booklet here. It's a nice LP-sized booklet. A lot of black and white photography, and then you have some of the classic members over the years: Bill Bruford, John Wetton. You've got, I guess, Carl Palmer there. And then inside, so this has King Crimson gigs, I guess roughly through from 69 to 1974, all the listings there. All right, and then you have sort of a timeline thing. A little bit of essay stuff going on. But all black and white photos. Hopefully we'll get you a nice overview here. And as I mentioned, King Crimson's such an influential band, but still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I don't know if they've ever actually even been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Certainly they've never been inducted, but I don't even know if they've never even been nominated. But that's a real shame. Okay, so lots of text here. It seems very much like a sort of a timeline kind of thing. Nice LP size booklet. And there you go. Okay, so let's take a look at the absolute classic vinyl. As I said, they did come in shrinks, so I did take the shrink wrap off any ones of the gatefolds. So here we have In the Court of the Crimson King. What an album. Oh, what an album. And I don't have any King Crimson on vinyl, and so now... And interesting, so they have the stylized inner sleeves, like that. And they are all lined inside, and then each album has stylized labels. Like that, and like that. Okay, and I mentioned that they're 200-gram vinyl. They feel good, but they don't feel necessarily any heavier, I would say, than 180-gram vinyl. And very happy to see that they don't have any price codes on these individual albums, so they were made specifically for this package, which is quite nice. And there's a nice feel to the jacket there, so there's that one. Let's put that down there, and carrying on In the Wake of Poseidon. Also interesting, they don't have any lettering on the spine for any of these. So, and this is the nicely sort of matted version of this, of the, again, gatefold. I just love the artwork overall. And this is another absolutely wonderful album. That. And then continuing sort of with the theme of stylized with the sort of that sort of King Crimson logo there, and each one with the stylized label. Very nice. Now, I don't think any of these have like a side one. No, they don't. They don't have a side one or a side two, so you have to know which side you're putting on, sort of thing. Okay. Certainly nice packaging overall for this. So I'm pretty happy to finally have some King Crimson on vinyl. I've looked for some used vinyl, but I don't seem to come across it very easily, or if I do come across it, the price point isn't terrific. So carrying on with Lizard. And I always like the absolutely unique artwork for each album. So different. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And yeah, this was the one that features John Anderson of Yes singing as well. There's that, and then we'll continue with the stylized sleeve. That. And then like that. This is certainly, I think I've mentioned this before, this is certainly one band I would love to see live. I'm going to have to be on the lookout anytime they're sort of back in Ontario, that sort of thing. They often only will play Toronto. If they're in Ontario, they'll play Toronto, or certainly Montreal when they're in Quebec, but they don't tend to do a lot of Canadian dates. It's a shame. Okay, and carry on with Islands. Now, this is not a gatefold album, so I've left it in the shrink. And, oops, there we go. And like that. Again, nothing written on the sleeves, but as I say, it's nice to see that the price codes are not included. And this one comes with a nice insert, like that. And the nice artwork, and now we have this inside. Okay, and last, certainly not least, the bonus LPs that you get from this. This is an alternative guide to King Crimson 1969 to 1972, and I love the artwork on this. This looks absolutely stunning. And more indicative of some of the artwork they've been using for some of their live albums. So there you have that, and that. And again, nothing on the spine. And then opens up like this. Some nice pictures there. Let me give you an indication of what's included here. And again, carrying on with the theme. It's interesting for these sleeves, you start to get into some general King Crimson advertising. So the other albums you can pick up, and then all of their more recent live stuff. And then continuing with the nice themed artwork. Again, with this, there's not a side 1 or side 2, or a side 3 or 4. It's just the artwork. And take a look at the other one in here. That was the first disc, and then we have the second disc again. Same sleeve. That and that. But then inside, oh, very nice. Nice artwork. And again, with King Crimson, I really have enjoyed their packaging, and even for the CDs and whatnot, they really take the time to package them quite nicely. So, very excited to receive this. Again, I received it for New Year's Eve. Couldn't believe it. So excited to share it with you now. Sorry we've ran a bit over time, but hey, it's a very special box set, so I'm definitely going to be getting into this and enjoying it. King Crimson, 1969 to 1972. Where it all began for such a great group. Robert Fripp, unbelievable. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Again, Happy New Year to you and yours, and we'll chat again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.